Alright, so I've couched a little bit more down and put a couple more buttons on, etc. And I'm now going to do a running stitch just with some silk thread. I'm literally just going to go wherever I feel like it. Meander along. I'm going up and down, but you can sort of go in and out, in and out, in and out. For me, it's easier on here. You can either do big ones, small ones, some that are closer together, lots of lines of them. Running stitch is so clever. It strengthens things. If you use it as a darning stitch, it will strengthen your piece of work. That's why sashiko is usually all running stitch and quite close together. And if you feel a piece of fabric that's been stitched in sashiko, I'm just going to go up like that, it will feel a lot stronger. I'm literally just meandering along. You can draw a line or guideline of where you want it to be. I'm actually standing up at the minute sewing so I can see what I'm doing, but if I was sitting down on this I'd have to have a line so I could see what I'm doing. So I'm sort of keeping my stitches quite even sized, but if you want to go bigger, which I probably will, do some bigger ones and some smaller ones when I've finished this thread. The reason I'm sort of doing a running stitch in this thread is because I used it to couch down some of my thread, and I thought rather than thread a needle up again with a different colour, I'll come in and do a bit of a running stitch. That's what I tend to do. I tend to go from one thing to the next if I've done a button and I've still got quite a lot of thread left on. Rather than cut my thread off, I'll do a different stitch. Use up the thread. Just makes more sense, to be honest. So I'll probably keep on going. Oh. I'll just keep going till I run out of thread. No idea where I'm going. Don't really care. I'm just giving myself some freedom to just do whatever I want. As I say, if I was sat down stitching, because the angle of this frame, I'd have to have a line so I could see where I was going. Not that it really matters. But I'm going to go round this circle, then I'm going to come back on myself. Oops, I've unthreaded. Don't worry about going over the edge of where your frame is, because once you've finished, you can either frame it up, use it for, I don't know, book cover, little pouch, anything. If you were doing one on a hoop, you could leave it on the hoop and use the hoop as the frame, which would look quite pretty. I have got a couple like that, some in my rooms that people have made for me or I've made myself. But I thought this would be quite nice in a, I don't know yet. I was going to frame it, but now I'm thinking more, might use it as a book cover. I don't know, I've got no idea. We'll see how much stitching is on it and what it's starting to look a little bit seascapey, isn't it? Underwater worldy. Because these always remind me of urchins and shower caps. Oops. I'll try it again. It's because I'm losing, it's coming to its end. But unfortunately, with silk thread, I do try to use as much as I can because it's so expensive. But once you start using silk thread, it's hard to go back to cotton or stranded cottons. I don't very often use a stranded cotton these days, although I have lots of it. But if I'm buying or treating myself, it's always silk or linen. Or a nice variegated cotton pearle. I can hear Gertrude snoring, I don't think you can. She's on a bed above me. I think I might want to thread my needle again. If I've got little burrs on my skin, when you're using silk thread, this snag on it and unthread your needle, which is quite annoying. Coming to the end. Come here, Gertie. She's not been out for very long over the last few days because it's quite stormy and rainy, and I don't know about if you've got cats. They definitely do not like going out in the rain. And she's not bothered about the wind either. Right, I'm going to come up there and tie myself a little knot in that gap. You won't see it. But I'm going to do some more stitching, some more running stitches, I think. Just hide that. This is what I do all the time. When you cut them close to your thread, close to your fabric or your other textiles, don't snip. Just come up to it and pull. So then you're not fear of cutting a hole in anything. So it's starting to come together. I think that'll be cute when it's. This is that nice. Don't quite know what you'd call it. Eyelash yarn. It's pretty. But I'm not going to faff about with it too much because it'll go flat again while I'm working. So yeah, I'm going to do probably another few stitches of running stitch somewhere, around some buttons around here somewhere, and have a little look, see what's what, and then we'll come back onto the next bit that we're going to do. So enjoy your stitching, everyone, and I'll see you next time.